Well, g'day everyone and welcome to Mooney's Kitchen. Now today I'm going to do a request, and that comes in from Allan Smith from Vermont, and he's asked me to show him how to make a lemon meringue pie. We're going to do better than that, Allan. I'm going to show you how to make the best lemon meringue pie you will ever taste. This one has to be in your recipe book of all-time favourites. It's certainly in mine. I'm going to share it with everyone today. So let's go ahead and make Allan's lemon meringue pie. Okay, so into my food processor I'm going to add 185 grams of plain flour, 55 grams of icing sugar, 30 grams of almond meal, that's your ground almond, and we're going to add 125 grams of cold butter. Now we're going to grate some lemon zest in there, and I'm going to use about a half a lemon. Now I'm just going to put one egg yolk in there. That's about it. And we're just going to knead this very gently. It's nice and smooth. Okay, so this needs to rest now for about 30 minutes in the fridge. Just cover it with Glad wrap, and then get it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Okay, so while our pastry is in the fridge resting for half an hour, I've just put a little bit of butter on here just so that the pastry doesn't stick, okay? And this is a 9-inch fluted tart tin with a removable base. That's going to make it a lot easier once the pie is cooked to get it out, and I'll show you that. Okay, so put that aside. We've got our pastry. Let's just come out of the fridge, dusting a little bit of flour. So, all we want to do is roll it out until it's the size of our flan tin. And in. That's pretty much it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called blind bake. So we're going to put some greaseproof paper on the top. You can use rice. I purposely have these beans in my cupboard, and that's all I use them for. Push them down now into a 180-degree oven, and you want to put it in there for around about 10 minutes, and then I'll show you what happens after that. Okay, this has been in the oven for 10 minutes. It's now time to take this paper off, and what we want to do is put it back in just to dry it out a little bit. Same temperature, 180, for let's say another 5 minutes. Back into the oven. For the lemon filling, you're going to need 180 mils of fresh lemon juice. 230 mils of water, 170 grams of caster sugar, and 55 grams of corn flour. Now save your lemon zest as well. You want you can use the zest of all 3 lemons, but generally it's around about a good couple of tablespoons of lemon zest. And what I've done is I've just used these half of lemons after I've squeezed them. It's probably a lot easier and quicker to do the zest first, but sometimes if you zest the lemons first and then cut them in half and squeeze them out, they kind of break apart a little bit. So I generally do it like this because it keeps it nice and firm, and you can still grate that lemon zest off anyway. So if you want to use all 3 lemons that you've squeezed, by all means do so. This now is going to go into our pot that we had the corn flour and the sugar, lemon juice and the water. And that's all going to go on the stove to thicken up. Now it doesn't take long, so you've got to keep your eye on it. Make sure you turn that heat down. Alright, this will thicken. It's getting really quite thick now. Make sure you give it a good whisk. Now I'm going to pour a little bit of this lemon liquid filling into a bowl, just about a quarter of a cup or so. And this is what we call tempering. It's basically getting the eggs into the mixture, because if I throw it all in, you might have scrambled eggs. So what we're going to do, we've taken about a quarter of a cup out, 4 egg yolks straight in, and we're going to mix these around. Okay? And then pour back into our lemon mixture. And that's called tempering. It doesn't shock the egg. You are not going to get it scrambled and have white flakes, or you wouldn't have white flakes, but flecks of egg or flecks of yolk through your mix. That's basically your lemon mixture. Okay? Put that aside. Now let's have a look at our flan. We'll take it out of the oven. Okay, so it's had a further 5 minutes in the oven, and now what you need to do is to let this cool down. Okay, let's pour the filling in. It smells, I wish you were here to smell this. It's absolutely beautiful. Even the pastry smells so lemony. And I haven't seen any recipes with lemon filling in the pastry before. But the pastry and the lemon filling together, and we haven't even put the meringue on yet. We haven't even finished, and I just want to eat it now. It just smells fantastic, guys. You just really have to. You really need to give this one a shot. Spread it out. Alright, we're going to let that set now, and we'll make the meringue, and we're almost done. So into my mixing bowl I've got my egg whites from the eggs that we used. We had 4 small eggs. So pop those in, and I've got 170 grams of sugar which we're going to add. I'm going to attach it to my overly worked mixer that's still working, and we're going to turn it on. It's going to get a bit noisy. I'm just going to whip that up until it's frothy. I'm going to add about a quarter of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. It's just like a baking powder, white powder. So you don't want to do too much of this because it's quite salty. So just about that in to your mix, and then we're going to add about 1/3 of our sugar, and we're going to beat this until it's really fluffy, and then we're going to just, as it's mixing, we're going to add the sugar until it's all mixed in, and then what we want is soft peaks. Add a little more sugar, another 1/3 of the sugar. So you're left with a little bit left, and beat again. Add the rest of the sugar and continue beating. That's what you want. See how it's sticking to the whisk? So the meringue straight on. There's quite a lot of it here, but you'll find that there is just enough. It makes it nice and high. Just point it down into the meringue and it will come up with peaks. They'll go all nice and golden brown in the oven. Now for the magic ingredients, which I've been talking about. It's in the pastry, and it is ground almond over the top. Thanks again for watching Mooney's Kitchen, and Allan, if you have any trouble with that recipe, just send me an email or message me and I'm happy to help out. Now I want to give a little shout out to my nephew in Philadelphia, Connor Ferrara, who tried my stuffed chicken breast, which was the last recipe that I put up onto YouTube. And if you haven't gone and checked it out, go and have a look at it. There's some other recipes there. Just click down in the description there onto Mooney's Kitchen and you'll find that stuffed chicken. Thanks Connor, you did a great job. He also sent me a photo in as well and it looked absolutely fantastic. Good on you mate, and until next time, see ya.